In today's modern world, we are more closely linked than ever to our phones. And whenever our phone rings, we are usually expecting to hear our friends or family at the other end of the line. However, what happens when you pick up the phone and it's something much stranger? Here are 5 of the scariest and most chilling phone calls ever made. Please note that viewer discretion is advised. Bashir Koujachi. On the night of June 30th, 1974, in Beirut, the capital of Lebanon, writer Bashir Koujachi was waiting to pick up his girlfriend from work, when 4 masked men brandishing guns suddenly appeared. They forced him out of his car and into the back of a van. Bashir was taken to a windowless prison room where the men starved, beat and tormented him for several days, never revealing why they took him captive in the first place. They only released him, dropping him off at the hospital after he tried to kill himself. Years passed, and in 1982, Bashir tried to put his horrifying ordeal behind him. He moved to America and set up a successful restaurant, but then the calls began. A strange man would call Bashir's work phone relentlessly, up to 20 times every day. The man referred to himself only as l'enfant, which is French for the child. He would threaten Bashir's family and employees, as well as demand huge sums of money. The FBI was contacted, but none of the calls were ever traced, and no suspects could be identified, although the FBI believed that it was most likely linked to Bashir's unsolved kidnapping all those years ago. By the time the calls stopped in 1992, Bashir had received well over 1,000 calls and voicemails from his mysterious tormentor, and even today, no one knows who was behind them. The Washington Night Stalker. It was a quiet night in 1996 when the Kitsap Peninsula Police Department in Washington received a chilling phone call from a distressed man who claimed his dog had been killed and its lifeless body thrown across the yard by something unknown. Not taking the man seriously, the police did not take it further. Then 2 nights later, he called for a second time. This time, the man demanded the police send reinforcements because there was a huge figure running around his backyard and staring at him through the window.
911, what are you reporting?
I got a strange going on out here. Something just killed my dog.
Something killed your dog?
My dog went flying through the air over the tree. I don't know how it did it.
Okay.
Damn it, I'm really confused. All I saw was my dog coming over the fence, and he was dead when she hit the ground. I didn't see any cars. All I saw was my dog coming over the fence.
911, what are you reporting?
We got someone or something crawling around out here.
Did you see what it was? Was it a person or an animal or?
I can't tell. All I know is that my central light came on and I just happened to glance and see this thing running across the yard. A good-sized man, or something looks like a man. I don't know what it was, just that it ran across the yard.
Okay. You've had problems in the neighborhood before?
Yeah, my dog was killed here just recently. I don't know what it was. Whatever it is, it's running. I couldn't catch it if I was going to chase it. But whatever it was standing up. I'm out here looking through the window now and I don't see anything. I don't want to go outside. Jesus Christ, you better...
Sure.
Dia!
Hello?
Get somebody out here.
What's going on now, sir?
That son of a bitch is about 6'9", I don't know.
Do you see him now, sir?
Yes, I'm looking right at him.
Uh-oh. Okay, hang on.
He's right...
Is he in your yard, sir?
Yeah, God, he's big.
Okay, what's he doing in your yard?
He's looking at me.
Oh, and the guy is on foot.
I don't know what... It's a big... real big person. That's all I can say.
Okay, but it is a person.
Yeah, I'd say it was a person, somebody really big. But he's all in black.
Is he a black male or a white male? Did you actually see whether, or was he just wearing black?
He's all black and he's big. He is big.
The police were dispatched, though strangely, they found no sign of anyone having been on the property. This has led some to believe that the culprit was not human. Washington is infamous as a Bigfoot sighting hotspot, and the man never refers to the figure as a person specifically, instead describing it as something and looking like a man on 2 legs. Some believe that his strange 911 call is a recording of one man's encounter with a real living, undiscovered species. He sounds pretty genuine, and wasting police time by faking this would be a pretty low way to get attention. What's your thoughts on it? Sarah and Amina Syed. Classmates of Sarah and Amina Syed, two sisters from Texas, often noticed strange things about them. The two girls, aged 18 and 17, would often come to class looking frightened and with strange bruises and cuts. It wouldn't be until the 1st of January 2008 that the world realised just what tortures the sisters had endured, when Sarah made a call to 911, hysterically shouting that she had been shot by her father before the line went dead. Investigators discovered that the girls' father, Yasser Saeed, had been physically abusing them for years, as well as spying on them. When Yasser learned that Amina had a secret boyfriend to which she planned on marrying, and following a failed attempt by the sisters to run away with the help of Amina's boyfriend's family, Yasser believed his daughters had betrayed him and brought shame upon the family. He drove them to a remote location in his taxicab and killed both girls with a gun. Yasser himself has never been found, and he's now on the FBI's top 10 most wanted list. The JFK caller. On the morning of November the 22nd, 1963, a switchboard operator in Oxnard, California, received a call from a terrified-sounding woman who stated something unthinkable: that the president was going to be killed at 10 past 10 that morning. She hung up after making a prediction and was laughed off by the operators. 20 minutes later, John F. Kennedy, the 35th President of the United States, was dead, killed by a gunshot wound to the head. What's even more remarkable is that before the woman hung up, she changed her estimate from 10 past 10 to half 10, the exact time of Kennedy's death. This is significant, as Kennedy was originally meant to be at the Dallas Dealey Plaza where the assassination happened before 10:30, but due to a delay, he did not arrive there until that time. The woman changed her prediction as though she knew exactly what was going to unfold. Since his death, many people have come to believe that the JFK assassination was a conspiracy, and while no recordings of the original call exist, nor was the caller ever identified, there has been some speculation into their identity. The most popular theory is that the caller was actress Karen Capunet. She was found murdered just 6 days after the assassination, and her father was friends with Jack Ruby, the mobster who killed Lee Harvey Oswald, while he was in police custody. How she would have known about the killing, or why she rang the police, is best saved for another video. The weepy-voiced killer. Paul Michael Stefani left a string of terror in his wake before his arrest on August the 21st, 1982. He was responsible for the brutal murders of 3 women, Kimberly Compton, Kathleen Greening, and Barbara Simmons. Paul attacked his victims with knives and screwdrivers, as well as beating them to death, and in one instance drowning them in a bathtub. But as horrendous as the murders he committed were, perhaps the most chilling aspect of Stefani's tale is the fact that he called the police after each murder, crying and begging them to catch him and stop him causing any more harm. This led to him being dubbed the weepy-voiced killer. Take a listen.
Don't talk, just listen. I'm sorry what I did to Compton. I couldn't help it. Don't know why I had to stab her. I am so upset about it. I keep getting drunk every night. I can't believe it. It's just like a big dream. I can't think of being locked up. If I get locked up, I'll kill myself. I'd rather kill myself than get locked up. I'll try not to kill anybody else.
Fire emergency.
Please don't talk, just listen. I'm sorry I killed that girl. I stabbed her 40 times. Kimberly Compton was the first one. Oh, my safe. I don't know what's the matter with me. I'm sick. I'm going to kill myself, I think.
Where are you?
I'm just going to... If somebody dies with a red shirt on, it's me. I killed both of you. I'm sorry. I'll never make it to heaven.
Calm down. Calm down.
Oh, you find me, I just stabbed somebody with an ice pick. I can't stop myself. I keep killing somebody. Yes, please, this is an emergency. Please send a squad to Pierce Butler Road, Molenberg Manufacturing Company, machine shop. Please, there's an ambulance too. There's a girl hurt there.
Can you tell me what happened to her?
There's Terry. She's laying on the ground in the back by the railroad tracks, by the edge here. Terry.
What's the address?
I don't know.
Who are you?
The audio recordings are truly unsettling and give you an insight to just how much of a disturbed individual Stefani really was. He died in prison in 1998 while serving a 40-year sentence. So that's 5 incredibly chilling phone calls that have been made over the last few years. If you want to listen to the actual calls, which I did not show in the video, due to them being too distressing, you can always find them on the internet, but I would just prefer not to show them on this channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.